2 points is all that covers Fabio Quartararo and Pecco Bagnaia after the Thai Grand Prix. In rainy conditions, the Ducati man was able to take a fantastic third place, whilst his title rival Quartararo struggled all the way back in 17th and has seen his championship lead shrink to virtually nothing as we head to Australia in 2 weeks' time. More on the title fight and why Bagnaia has the advantage now in a bit, but we just have to appreciate the sublime performance from KTM's Miguel Oliveira. He wins in the wet again after he took victory in Indonesia earlier on in the season. When KTM and Oliveira hit the track in these conditions, they just look unbeatable. He is so smooth and controlled in difficult conditions, and Miguel held off Pecco's teammate Jack Miller in a demanding 25 lap race. Oliveira now takes his 5th win for KTM in the MotoGP class, and if it was to rain again in Australia or Malaysia, Miguel will certainly be the favourite to take another victory. But back to the title fight we go, and it's another swing in this incredible season. The rain absolutely changed the complexion of today's race. Pecco was starting 3rd, Fabio was starting 4th, and judging by the reactions that you have seen on social media, you would have thought it would have been Bagnaia that would have struggled in the wet. But it was Quartararo. He just looked so tentative in the early laps, and he had a moment on the exit of turn 4 when he hit the curb, and it seemed like it just rattled his race and it just went further back and he just couldn't gain any momentum and ended up finishing in 17th place. Bagnaia, however, was so solid in the conditions today, a complete contrast to how he performed at Motegi in qualifying in the wet conditions, and those 16 points that he's picked up will feel like a race win. But in 4th place was Johann Zarco on the Pramac Ducati, and it looked like he had the pace to get the podium today. But he admitted after the race that he didn't want to take any risks when trying to pass Bagnaia. And being a contracted rider to the factory of Ducati, you can understand why Zarco didn't do this. But this is why the video title says that Bagnaia won the title. It's for this exact advantage. He has the advantage of using the other Ducati riders to aid him and help him when he's out on track. This is something that Fabio doesn't have with Yamaha. And it goes back to qualifying yesterday. Ducati were able to get 7 of their 8 bikes inside the top 8, and Pecco was able to benefit from this massively. He can have the assurance of 5 of the 7 riders when he gets to Australia. The only 2 riders that I imagine won't be really giving him anything will be his teammate Jack Miller and Enea Bastianini, as mathematically they can still win the World Championship as they're only 39 and 40 points off the lead. Plus, with Miller leaving for KTM next season and having a chance of winning the title, he will want to make sure that he finishes the season as strong as possible, and the fact that he's heading back to Australia for the first time in 3 years is something that he will be really revved up for and want to put on a strong performance for his home crowd. Who's going to help Fabio? Well, he can only really rely on riders like Marc Marquez or even his title rival Aleix Espargaro to try and get involved with the Ducatis in these closing rounds. But even with Aleix, finishing 11th place in the race today has still helped his title chances as he's only 20 points off, so he'll be trying everything that he can to win the title for Aprilia. But when you look at the track that we're heading to, Quartararo might not be in as much trouble as you think. Yes, he struggled in the wet conditions, but in the dry conditions around Thailand, he was very strong. The same could be said for Phillip Island. The Yamaha usually works quite well around there, but the weather could be a factor. And this is the thing that is the uncertainty for Quartararo's title defence. Can he perform in all conditions? We will just have to wait and see, but the advantage right now is with Ducati and Pecco Bagnaia. 2 points is nothing. And with the help of the other factory Ducati riders, team orders could be a factor. But Bagnaia is definitely the favourite as we head into the final 3 rounds of this season. That's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to Christ MotoGP for more content. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us out massively. And we will see you next time.